Hey everyone, John Hartley, and this is a very special edition of today's mail. If you've been following me, you know that I've been going through kind of an adventure in collecting a coin from every country in the world that exists today. It all started several years ago when I bought a canvas bank bag full of foreign coins. And I went through each of those coins, separating them into different countries and then stacking them, any duplicate coins together. And I had coins all over the kitchen table, the kitchen counter, the dining room table, everywhere. Thousands of coins. And after I had them all separated, I looked at each stack of coins, and each stack were all the same coin. And I picked out, say for instance, I had 3 New Zealand 3 pence. I picked out the best one, and the others went back in the bank bag, which I still have. And I put together an album. I put it all in the website Nemista, and if you look at the website nemista.com, when you click on your coins, it'll show you an update of where you are and how many coins you have, and it has a map, and the map shows any country that you have. It takes that country and turns it from white to blue, and the more coins that you get for that country, they turn darker blue, then to green, and then to red. And so I started to say, I'll fill in all those holes, and I got pretty close to that when I noticed that there were some countries that were already filled in that I didn't have, and mostly that was the Soviet or the ex-Soviet states. Because when you had a coin from Russia, old Russia, or the Soviet Union, it would fill in Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, and even though you didn't have those countries. And so I started going through another page they have. It's a list of alphabetically of all the countries in the world. And so I started going through that list, and that was about 3 or 4 months ago, I guess. And I got to the point where I only had one country left. And the last country that I didn't have started with the letter U, and it is a ex-Soviet state. And then these other 2 packages, one of them is just a coin that I liked, so I bought it, and the other one is sort of a symbolic finish to this collection. So let's get into it. We'll start with this one. This country had no old coins that I could find. I usually prefer, as I've said many times, to get older coins, and I usually like to get silver coins, but sometimes those aren't available. So you get what you can just to fill in the spots. Get that out of the way. And these are from the Ukraine. Take it out of the bag, show it to you. The country is actually just called Ukraine, but it's commonly referred to as the Ukraine because I guess it originally was just a region. And so I got this. This is a this is one, and I looked it up. Hope I pronounced it right. Hryvnia. 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 It's their basic monetary unit. And it's got one of their, I guess, patron saint or something on it. And all of the rest of these are decimal coins of the Hryvnia, called kopeka. So this coin is 50 kopeka, or kopeki. Kopeka is singular, kopeki is plural, so this is 50 kopeki. And this is 25 kopeki. Y'all can tell I did my homework today. Wanted to be, instead of just winging it, I made a few notes. Wanted it to be a proper day. And there's 10. This video is going to be long enough. If I start taking them out the bags, it's going to be even longer. So, and 5 kopeki. Moving around in the bag so much I can't get it upright. And this one is 2 kopeki. And the last one is 1 kopeka. So that basically finishes the collection. I have now got a coin from every country in the world. I've double checked it. Every country in the world that exists today. So I wanted to finish it off with something cool, so I did, but that's next. There is a YouTube member called Adventures, and forgive me, I'll put a link to his channel, but his avatar has this coin on it. As you'll notice, my avatar has a Jefferson nickel design that was one of the ones that was not chosen, but one that I thought was good. Thought it should have been chosen. It's one of my favorite designs. All right. These people did a good job packing, but it makes it harder to get into. This was interesting. This coin comes, when I saw it, I started not to buy it, but then I looked around and it was the best one that I could find. And but it was from Canada. And it's easier to not buy a coin from another country, even though it's just Canada. But when I looked up this guy's store is called something like Niagara. Here, it might be on the receipt. No, it doesn't say. But his store is in the Niagara Falls area of Canada. That's all right. Well, it's going to have to go through customs. Well, when I got the tracking number, apparently he drove across the border. So I won't say his name. I don't guess this is legal or not. He drove across the border and he posted the envelope in Niagara Falls, New York. So this is a 1933 George V. I hope is that in focus, y'all? New Zealand 3p. And the reason I liked it was because of this design. This is 500 silver, and it's very small, smaller than a dime. But the clubs there are called patu, and it's a traditional weapon of the natives of New Zealand, the Maori, and it's a club, or what they call a pounder. And I looked at several images of them on Google, and they carved them. I don't know how well you can see the carvings on these. And they usually have that little indentation. That's not, I thought at first that they were taken away from the design to make room for the three of 3p, but they weren't. That's the way they are shaped. They have a little indentation on one side. I don't know if maybe it makes it swing better. That in high school, I wasn't a troubled student. I was bored. Like in algebra class, we go in algebra. We'd learn a new new problem on Monday. We'd go over it Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday we'd have a test. So to me, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday were wasted days, because on Monday I already had this thing down. I'd come in and I'd make a C on the test, and so I didn't go to school on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday sometimes. And our principal had a paddle that had holes drilled in it. Big holes, bigger than a silver dollar. And he said it helps him swing it faster. Maybe that's why they have these indentions. Well, one day I got too many demerits, and he said, "John, you're suspended for 2 days." And he said, "But I will take away 1 day for each whack of the paddle you take." I'm like, I don't want my daddy to find out I'm suspended, which he would have anyway. Small town. So I said, "Oh yeah, my daddy used to spank the hell out of me. I can take this." So I bent over the principal's desk. He reared back and he hit me with that paddle. I stood up and I said, "I'll see you day after tomorrow." So the patu Patu in their native language means strike, hit, beat, or subdue. So I just thought this was a cool design. I didn't need it for the collection, but it's a neat design. It's silver, and I decided to get it. So I'm hoping at some point of this it focused enough to where you can see the design good enough. It's got carvings. It is a small coin, so it's hard. So, but I didn't need that, but I like it, so I bought it. And it's my money, so I can do it. This next coin is the one that symbolically finishes the collection. I saw this coin when I was looking through, making sure I got everything. I'm a member of several coin collecting pages on Facebook, and people post pictures of the new coins they bought. And so I saw this, and then as a matter of fact, I got another one I'm looking at right now, just waiting on the 21st to roll around so that I can start buying again. That's when my credit card bill comes in, and I can zero it out and start on my next month's budget. But I got one from Prussia I'm looking at, if it's still available when the credit card rolls around. But this coin has a unique design as well that I saw and I liked, and I thought it would be a good closure. And this coin also has some nice color. Got some blue in yonder. This is a 1936 George V sixpence. It's 925 silver, and it is from southern Rhodesia. The significance of southern Rhodesia is that it is modern day Zimbabwe. And Zimbabwe is alphabetically the last country in the world. Well, I already had Zimbabwe, and they only have new cheap coins. So instead, I said, as an ending to this project, I would get an older Zimbabwe or Southern Rhodesian coin. And I love the design on this. It's got two native axes that have carved handles. I hope they show up. This coin is slightly larger than a dime. Matter of fact, it's 19.41 millimeters. We can make sure of that right now. It falls at 19 and a half. So I guess that's close enough to 19.41 millimeters. And it weighs, all this information is from Numista. They give you all the weight measurements and everything like that, whether the coin's demonetized or not. And these coins, both these coins are demonetized because they're silver. Unlike the United States, pre-65 coins that are silver are not demonetized. You can spend them. probably why they didn't change the design. Our money is good. I mean, you can spend a $10 bill from the 1930s, and you'd be foolish to, but you can. All right, my scales always say hello. This should weigh 2.83 grams, and it weighs, well, I have it set on troy ounces. Troy ounces. Let's go to, that's grains. All right, grain. Here we go. 2.83. Apparently I have it set on grains now. I woke up early this morning because I knew these coins were coming in, so I still got my coffee over here, and I'm not quite awake, but I'm happy to be doing this. 2.81, and it's supposed to be 2.83. I will take that any day of the week as correct. The New Zealand coin is supposed to weigh 1.4100, and it weighs 1.42. So that, again, is good. It is 16.3 millimeters, and it is, according to this, 16 and a half. So, well, it falls down below a half, maybe 16.4. So, with this scale, it's not a perfect design. It's good. One thing I found out that helps you is when you want to. I hate dropping nice coins. Not enough weight on this coin though to make a scratch on it. When you want to, I keep all of my coin flips in the gun room, which is, the gun room's basically a safe, and it has a safe inside it. When this house was built, my father collected fine weapons, and that hit the it's where his gun cabinet is, and and I have most of his guns now, but it's, if you broke into the house and got past me and my AR-15 while the alarm was going off, you'd still be trying to break into that room by the time the police got here. So, but you're probably not going to make it past my AR-15. So I don't tell anybody in this hometown that except my best friends that I collect coins. But anyhow, I'm rambling too much. The collection is complete, and I broke out all 3 albums, and it kind of doesn't look like it's that much. But these albums are pretty thick, and this one is, this one has got this is A through F, and it's got this. I was thinking when I started first thinking about buying silver, I didn't think about buying bars. I was not a YouTube member yet. I said, you know what? I bet there's old junk out there on eBay that people want to sell. That is, and so I found this on eBay, and it's not a bad coin, but it's pretty slick. And somebody wanted it. Was probably, I probably paid a little bit too much, but it wasn't much. This is the first coin I ever stacked. and I threw it in a little box that I had some other silver in that I thought was junk. This was before I started putting these albums together, and it was probably some of these coins. They have my father's initials down here. This means it came from the collection that my father handed down to me. If you'll remember back a couple of months ago, the bullhead sixpence that was supposed to be a shilling, and then later on I found the shilling, and I talked about this. I would like them to have been side by side because they're so alike. Well, they're side by side diagonally. This album goes from G all the way to M, ending with Myanmar. And this is my oldest coin. It's hard to see in there, but it's 1/6 ore from Sweden, and it's made in 1668. And this wasn't an expensive coin because they made a bunch of them, apparently. But this album goes from N, you can see the thickness of the album, all the way to Z, where I have the Zimbabwe coins and Zambia. There's the Y's, W's. There are no countries that start with the letter X so far, but that's the 3-album collection. That's a Lazy Dog, and that's a Lazy Johnny. Forgot to put the Coca-Cola in the cupboard. You can tell it's morning. My coffee cup still has coffee in it. All right, this video has gone on too long, but it is a milestone. It's the end of this album, this project of getting a coin from every country in the world. But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to buy any more foreign coins. As a matter of fact, I bought 2 farthings last night with Queen Victoria on them that are in pretty nice shape. So those will be coming in. He already shipped them this morning, and those will be coming in hopefully. I say hopefully. Those 2 silver coins over there were supposed to be here Monday. Today is Wednesday, I think. And they sat in Atlanta for a while. So I got those coming in. This month's Eagles are coming in. And I'm thinking of doing something in that video as well, just because a few other people have done things recently. But that is all I have